Hello everyone, Mike from DynamicPoint. Thank you for joining. Today we're going to be looking at our Office 365 SharePoint Portal application, but specific for manufacturing organizations. Brief overview of the Portal app. The premise of it is that it allows connection with any of the information that exists in your ERP or CRM system with a SharePoint Office 365 extranet. So we're enabling such things as view, edit, and create directly from the portal. We're applying security and branding to that. Integration with reports as they exist within your ERP or CRM system, and integrations with other systems for such things as workflow. We use Flow for workflow. We use Forms if you want to capture any additional details from your customers or vendors, such as specifications or new vendor onboarding or things like that. Power BI for reporting. Power Apps for mobile capability, and then integrations with other systems as well as other software provider products. Overview of what you would do with a customer portal. So these are just examples. The customer portal is configurable and you could really expose any of the information, but here's some common use cases. Order information, view, edit, or create sales orders, share delivery dates, order statuses, and shipping details. Products, allow customers to see what you have on hand and what's in production. Financials, give customers the ability to see their invoices and make payments. Print invoices or statements directly from the portal application. In returns, create new returns, view the status of existing returns. On the vendor side, supplier, what's some common examples there? Purchasing, view, edit, or create purchase order. Update delivery dates so you know when items are coming back to you and when you could expect them. Again, material and inventory, view inventory, what's on hand. Maybe I have suppliers involved in the replenishment of what I need and they could monitor it and go ahead and replenish that when it's required. Production, view production orders and update statuses, view bill of materials, provide updates for contract manufacturers. Financials, see outstanding and submit new invoices. Print invoices or statements directly from your ERP application. Supplier performance, KPIs, maybe you want to show your suppliers how they're performing such that they have the capability to improve upon that. The portal product, the way the portal product works is it's deployed on Office 365 SharePoint and it leverages all of this additional functionality that's provided by Office 365. So again, we're using Flow for workflow, any mobile applications, we're using Power Apps, Forms, any additional details that need to be captured from either customer, vendors, or employees. We are using SharePoint for the framework as well as the security and the branding. And then lastly, we're bringing in the ERP integration, the ability to filter that information, the security associated to it. Now for the PowerPoint, let's go look at our product. So here I have a supplier portal, again, that's configured specifically for a manufacturing organization. So I have various calls to action here. I have purchase orders, inventory, production. So those are production orders, invoices, bill of materials, ability to manage my company information, look at my profile. I have a Power BI integrated supplier quality analysis report that's being filtered and displayed on the dashboard. So the key note to take from this is all of this is on your tenant and you get to configure it however you want. So these are just examples of what can be accomplished by using a portal in a manufacturing environment. The Chat Now button is actually an integrated chat. It's easy enough to deploy. So let's start looking at some of these various calls to action and the data behind it. So if I click purchase orders, it's going to render the purchase orders that are applicable to the vendor who is authenticated to the portal. I could look at such things as line items. Maybe I want to give them the ability to interact with this information as well. So I want my vendors to come in here and acknowledge that it's been received as well as tell me when I could expect it. So maybe they're going to modify the delivery date. I'm going to go ahead and update this. When I update this, I have actually a notification associated, and you can see on my mobile phone, I got an immediate notification that it was just updated in the portal. So that's easy enough to do using Microsoft Flow. Maybe I want to print reports. Here's a purchase order report being rendered directly from the ERP application. So I don't have to send my vendors purchase orders. They could just go look at them. Inventory, we mentioned that as an example on a supplier and a customer portal. I could go in here, see what's on hand, what's on order, what's committed. Production, view production orders. drill into them, print them. This is actually going to call a component and routing line report directly from the ERP, in this case Microsoft Dynamics. Look at the line items associated to those production orders. Bill of materials. Maybe I want a contract manufacturer to come in here and manage items on my bill of materials. So let's go ahead and pick one of these, bicycle. Say we need to modify a quantity on one of these. We want to put 2 lamps on our bike. Could go here and edit it, up the quantity, update that. Here I want to change the status. Let's go ahead and say it's certified now, that it's no longer a new bill of material, and we'll update that. Invoices, see the invoices, share status of whether or not they're paid or not. On the customer side, obviously it's initiating payment. On the vendor side, it's typically just showing them the status or giving them a capability to submit new invoices. Company information, maybe I want my vendors to update or be responsible for their data as it exists within my ERP, so they could go ahead and update that. Again, to reiterate, all this information is flowing directly into your ERP application. Our portal is not storing anything. It is just a window into your data as it exists. Manage my profile. Maybe I want to create a new contact because I've hired someone. We'll put in Smith at DynamicPoint. Go ahead and create that. So any of this information that I'm interacting with, not only does it have the capability to flow directly within your ERP, but as I mentioned, it could trigger such things as workflow or at the very least notifications. So that purchase order I just updated, I got an email on that saying my expected delivery date here has been modified and the PO is acknowledged. So in this case, it's just an email, but it could easily be a text notification as well as an approval workflow. So that was it for today. We wanted to keep it brief. Hopefully you found this helpful. Please let us know if you have any questions, and thank you so much for your time.